what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm super excited because I created this fun makeup look using all drugstore products. These are like some of my favorite products from the drugstore that I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to put little clips of me using them as well so you can see them in action. And I will try to have prices up on the screen so you know how much everything costs, but I believe everything that I rounded up, all the products should be under $10, which is so exciting. I just love drugstore makeup. I get so happy when I see new releases and new stuff to test out and try for you guys. So yeah, that is pretty much what we're going to be doing today. So if you are interested, then stick around and let's go ahead and get on into it. The first product I actually want to talk about is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and then my Wet n Wild Impossible Primer. These are two of my favorites. I love any of the matte putty primers I have, e.l.f. putty primers. I have a matte version, I have the luminous version, I have the original. I saw that they just came out with a acne one, and they're coming out with like a cookies and cream one, which I need in my life. That sounds so good. So I can't wait until that comes out. But honestly, I've been using the OG original one. I've gone through like 3 of these, I think, and the one I have now is almost gone. So this is just like one of my go-to primers. I love it. And I think the Wet n Wild one, this one just really helps erase pores. I especially like to use this one on my nose because I feel like my pores are biggest on my nose. So this one Tati also mentions and loves, and I'm down to try any of the products she likes, and so I gave this one a shot and I agreed with all of her claims and opinions. I think is a really good product just for smoothing, and it kind of has that thicker silicone like feel. These are 2 of my favorite primers and they are super affordable, so definitely give these a try if you haven't already. Next up, we are going to be talking about foundations. Now, you saw in the clip I tried to go in with my Believe Beauty Skin Finish foundation. I hardly have anything left in here. I know it looks like it's full, but it's like I can barely pump anything. I've been scraping at it trying to get stuff out. Gone through like 3 of these. This is one of my favorite drugstore foundations ever. You can find this at Dollar General, and I've never seen a foundation that actually wore and looked so good on my skin. I have pretty oily skin, and this stuff just seems to work so well with my skin type. So I love this. I actually need to go pick up a new one because I am out. As you guys saw in the clip, I was like scraping to try to get anything. So I also went in with this one, which is the Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear 3-in-1 24-hour full coverage foundation, and this one is a favorite as well. This stuff just gives you a great coverage. I wear this on like an everyday basis, and it really does just smooth the skin out. It looks gorgeous, and it's super easy to blend. That's what I love. And it has a little bit of SPF in here, which is really nice. It has SPF 18. So you're a little protected throughout the day, and it just wears beautifully. I love this stuff. Definitely a favorite of mine. I've been using this one and this one consistently, so I love these, and again, they are super affordable. Okay, let's go into concealer. This should probably be no surprise at all to you guys. I love the e.l.f. concealers. I have the Hydrating Camo, and then I also have just the regular Camo concealer. I love both of them. Recently, I have been using the hydrating though, because the camo sometimes can be a little dry, and I feel like it can cling on to areas or like, not wrinkles, but you know, like little skin patches and stuff if you don't want it to. And this one just seems to be super easy to blend out, and like it says, it is just like a creamy satin finish, so I really do like that about this one. And I've gone through I think 2 of these tubes as well. I love this stuff. It is probably a holy grail of mine. You know, when you've repurchased multiple, it's like, okay, this is definitely a holy grail, like you just know. For a powder, I use a mixture of 2 powders. I really love the Maybelline Fit Me. The only gripe I have about this is I hate the packaging. It is so annoying trying to get the last bits of this out. I've probably gone through 2 of these, and I know there has to be powder like stuck in the bottom here, but I can't get it out, and I'll be sitting there in the morning like trying to get this powder out, and I'm so loud, and I feel like then it just gets everywhere and it doesn't want to come out of these little holes. I wish there was a thing where you could just pop this whole thing open and get all the little bits that are left in there. That's the one gripe I have about this stuff, is I hate this bulky, like, annoying packaging. But with that being said, the finish of this powder on the face is beautiful, and I always just get the lightest one that's basically like a translucent. And then I also like the OG. This is the Airspun loose face powder. Mine is in translucent extra coverage. This stuff has a very distinct smell. If you've used it, you know the smell. I don't love the smell, but I get over it because I do like the mattifying that it does for my face. So I do like this powder. I'm pretty sure it's not good for taking photos though. I've heard it does have a lot of flashback and stuff, but for my everyday, I don't really care. This is just one that I wear for like work and things like that. Super easy, and it comes with a lot of product in here, and I like this packaging a little bit better. It doesn't seem quite as annoying because you can pop off this top layer and then you'll just have the whole powder open, so you can just get whatever you want out of there. So yes, these are two of my favorite powders. Let's go into bronzer. This is actually one that I found last year, I guess it would be now since it's 2022, which is so crazy to think about. But anyways, happy New Year's, guys. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Coffee Bronzer. I loved the original butter bronzer, and then when I saw they came out with the coffee one, I knew it would be right up my alley, and I actually have already bought a backup of this. I love this stuff. It has a nice, it's not super shimmery, but it's not super matte. It has a good like satin finish, and I feel like this shade just works super well with my skin tone. I just really like it. I know they had a couple others in the line. I did pick up the cake one, or cookie butter one, and that one doesn't seem to be quite as nice of a shade match for me, and it has like a little blush in it too. I think I like this one a little bit better, and I don't know if this is going to be a permanent thing in their line or not. I hope it is, but I'm really not sure. But I would love to see in this new year more coffee themed collections, because I know Essence did one and I think Marc Jacobs did one, but it never released. It went straight to like TJ Maxx and stuff, which I want to find that palette. I'm on the hunt for it. But we love coffee, so where's the coffee palettes? We need more. For a blush, this is actually one that I've been loving recently. I haven't tried this since like the past week or so, and it became a favorite very, very, very fast. So you guys know I love really orange apricot type of blushes, like peachy blushes. I like the weird orange blushes. That's just, I love them. I think they look really pretty on the skin. And I love watching Juicy Jazz here on YouTube, and she always mentions this Burts Bees Toasted Cinnamon blush, and also Kathleen Lights mentions it all the time as well. And I don't know, I was never that impressed by like Burts Bees makeup line, so I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention and stuff to it or anything. But I was walking down the aisle the other day and it caught my eye, and I just remembered them talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I should give that a try and see what I think, because I've been on a blush kick recently. I love blush, so I've been looking at a lot of different ones, and I was like, I should try that. I know they mention it all the time and say they really love it. So I picked it up, and so far it's amazing. It looks like it would be almost a bronzer shade, but it's not. Once you put it on, it just gives you a beautiful like warmth, and I don't know, it just warms up your face and it makes it look really, really nice. And so I'm loving this. The formula is so good. I kind of want to try a couple of the other shades of their blushes as well. I'm sure they're really nice. So yeah, Toasted Cinnamon from Burt's Bees. Love it so much. I've mentioned this on my channel plenty of times, the Wet n Wild highlighting powder and Golden Flower Crown. Mine's like falling apart because this is a holy grail. I love this, and this golden color, I love it with my skin tone and any of those like peachy blushes and stuff. It just looks gorgeous. And then this one is actually in the shade White Gold. It's from e.l.f. I don't know exactly what this one's called. I will definitely look it up and put it on the screen. It is more of like a drier consistency, but it just gives a gorgeous sheen to the skin, and I love it. Next, I want to talk about eyeshadow. So I just use my concealer as my eyeshadow base, but I do like the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer, or the Milani one I use sometimes if I don't want to use concealer. My eyeshadow look today, I wanted to go in with this Profusion Meadow palette. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this, and I think it's such a different, unique color story. I don't know, I really like this, and I think the look that we came up with turned out pretty cute and fun. I've also used this a lot for more of the bottom row, like the kind of red, brown, smoky tones, but today I wanted to try more of the green and kind of do a little mixture of it. But honestly, this palette performs so good, and it's literally like $6. Any of the Profusion eyeshadows I recommend. I think they do take a little more building and playing with, but they're so inexpensive, and they're really good, I'd say, for beginners as well, because you don't get that bam pigment right away. You kind of have to build them up to your liking, which is nice if you're kind of newer to makeup. So I really like these. I think for the price, you really can't beat it. And you can find them at TJ Maxx sometimes too for even less. The metallic that I used on my lid today reminds me a lot of the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. It's just gorgeous. I love it. It's very like foiled looking, and I don't know, I don't hear anyone mention this, and I'm like, it's so pretty. Why is no one talking about this? So definitely recommend some of their palettes. I want to try a couple others because I just think they have really great pricing, and they are very innovative and have fun stuff. So I love this Meadow palette from them. I do want to give an honorable mention though to one of my favorite products, and that is the e.l.f. Bite Size Shadows. I love these things. I use this pumpkin pie one like legit every day. I don't know how I haven't hit pan yet, because I use this thing every day, like it for work. I don't know how I haven't hit pan, but I use this all the time. I love it. It's so simple and easy to create a look. But I also have one of the mint ones, which I like and is fun. I have the hot jalapeno, and then I also have acai you, which is like a blue. So I don't know, these are just, I love them. They're so easy and fun, and every shade that I have tried has worked amazing. Okay, let's get into brows. I use this e.l.f. in medium brown, and it's the liner or brow pomade. I use it for my brows only pretty much, but I love to fill them in with this, and it's just super pigmented, creamy, easy to blend out. And then I also use this NYX the brow glue, which is actually, I tried it out in my video before this one of my newer favorites, but it really just holds your brows in place, doesn't leave any residue or feel like tacky or gross. It really just sets them perfectly. If you like the feather brow look, you will probably love this stuff. That's not usually the type I go for, but if you like that type of look, I know you would love this, because it really places them exactly where you brush them out. So it's really nice. For eyes, I used my LA Girl Jet Setter liquid liner. I have been using this stuff for quite a couple months now. I really like this. It's like my go-to pen liner. I used to be more of a liquid liner girl with that you like put it in with the little brush, but now that I've discovered this, it's so much easier. I can just swipe it on and go. So this has quickly became one of my staple products that I use every single day, so highly recommend this one. My lashes, mascara, I use the Sky High by Maybelline. If you haven't heard about this, girl, you've been living under a rock, because everyone hypes this up. It's all over TikTok. It was sold out and stuff when it first came out, but this is really good. It really helps lengthen your lashes, and I think it just is really nice. So I use this one quite a bit, honestly. It's probably the best drugstore mascara that I've found. My lashes, I did go in with ColourPop this time. I love their lashes. The style that I really like is called Mommy, and I have used this one to fill, so I didn't want to use it today because they look pretty ragged, but I love these ones. If Here's the style name again so you can see it's Mommy, I think is how you say it. But that is like my favorite style that they have. These are so nice. So they're the faux lashes. The ones I have on today are called Honey, and they're a little bit shorter and more natural-ish looking. That's the ones that I have on today. I kind of like the shorter ones though sometimes, so you can really see the eye look, because I feel like when I have super dramatic glam ones, you can't see my lids as much because they're just covered. But these are really, really nice. If you haven't tried the ColourPop lashes, they're really comfortable and they have a lot of beautiful styles. For my lips today, I used the Maybelline lip liner. This is the Color Sensational lip liner in the shade 120 Rich Chocolate. I love Maybelline's lip liners. I have a couple of them actually. They work so good. So definitely check out the Maybelline liners, and I love that you don't have to sharpen them. You can just twist them up and you're good to go, because I'm lazy and sometimes I don't want to sharpen it and then have the little pieces everywhere and, you know, all that stuff. So these are just good to go. And then for the gloss, I went in with the NYX. This is Milky Gloss. The one I have is in the shade Milk and Honey. You can see it gives a little bit of color, but mostly it's the shine. Like, look at that shine. So nice and so comfortable. They have quite a few different shades. I want to try some of the other ones as well, but so far I love this gloss. I keep this one in my purse. I actually had to go get it to film this. It's also not sticky at all, which I like about NYX glosses. They definitely know how to have a good consistency. They just feel smooth and nice and pretty, which I can appreciate in a lip gloss. Yeah, that is pretty much all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this little rundown of products that I have been loving and that are super affordable. I love recommending super affordable makeup to you guys. Of course, I like to try some high-end things as well. Who doesn't? If you guys haven't already, don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. It would mean so much to me, and I will see you guys in my next one.